Hello and welcome to Sonic.exe Finish Nightmare. Because there is, to this moment, or at this moment, I have yet to figure out how to get the true ending of I have 3 if there is one. In any case, yeah, I found an immediate secret because of that little helpful window bar that's supposed to read the name of the application I'm using in windowed mode. Which is why this looks so weird. Because rather than having OBS just read this game itself, I used just a screen display and fitted it for my needs. And yes, this is the worst ending. I also learned that the same code works in this as well, so even if it takes me 5 hours, I will eventually be able to get a solo ending. Duos are gonna be especially painful, and I don't even want to think about the trio right now. I don't want to think about the best ending. But yeah, aside from that, I'm just experimenting with the characters, learning what they're supposed to do. And, well, here in a second, dying on accident. Because for some reason I felt like I actually wanted to explore Cream's level despite not being at the Cream's level. Because, you know, my first reaction whenever I pick up a game is to immediately explore the entirety of the surroundings, and if I die, I die. Honestly, a really great look if I'm trying to get the worst ending, but not so great in every other aspect. Oh, I did also figure out there's actually a neat little extra thing outside of this recording. So, something nice about that is that I can do, or I can have an even worse looking version, or I guess not worse as in like it looks worse as in it more so fits the horror aspect that this game is supposed to feed you. I'll be honest here as well. My first initial thought was, Sally's dead, how is she there? So even though I didn't immediately figure out it's an imposter, I found it strange. Well, I assumed it was Sally.exe. That also turned out to be wrong. So my first initial response was to try and escape. But because you don't have infinite flight, and you can't boost upwards, like is it part 1? I want to say it's part 1. Yeah, in part 1 of Nightmare Continued, or I have 3, you can at least boost in all the directions. It was either that or, No. That was, Sally.exe Whisper of Soul. Which I will have to actually edit before the next Crusade video comes around. But yeah. Anyhow, Cream gets absolutely dumped, and then this is where the character's name is introduced, but I didn't care much about it. Loya, I think it said? That's a real bouncy ring. So for some reason I decided to actually read this text. Also, I don't know if this is like some split path of Eye of 3, or if this is supposed to be after Eye of 3. I'm gonna go with split path, because otherwise it wouldn't make sense. Because then, as you guys saw with Eye of 3, Cream called X tier a strange version of... a strange and scary version of Mr. Sonic, rather than Mr. Monster. Which, honestly, I don't know how Cream was able to keep the formality of the Mr. Like, that takes some real dedication. Oh yeah, I probably could have jumped off these walls to move even faster, but I liked zipping around through the air. And I actually landed a hit before remembering I actually wanted to die. Well, I didn't immediately, I actually started dodging attacks. But I do decide to just die. Eventually. Oh yeah, I timed that button push, because if you didn't notice, I still had a ring. And because this isn't easy version, it's not a situation where I just naturally lose one ring because of the ease and difficulty. This is supposed to be normal difficulty, by the way. Because I kept having Amy randomly explode in the head on Canonical. Oh yeah, neat little thing is that Amy gets a crossbow. Oh yeah, and those bullets take a ring away from you like every second you're in them. Maybe I ran out of rings and then got hit by something. Because I know I get absolutely gunned down here. Oh yeah. And in case you're wondering why there's no continue screens, it's because whenever you enter the code, it actually makes it to where you can't get the continue screens. Oh yeah, and I tested this before and accidentally got trolled. I trolled myself by pressing F to pay respects. Anyhow, this is the end of the video. If you liked it, like the video, and if you're enjoying most of the content, subscribe, and best of all, have a good day.